Okay, now let's take a walk and enjoy some of the streets of Moscow. Has this sunshine today. It's very welcoming sunshine. This is the metro station that I've arrived. Came from the airport by subway and saw some really interesting subway stations. This was one of them, and my hotel is nearby. I have been only going to places in walking distance, and I'll continue to do so. Yeah, but I think the best way to clean the monkeys out of your attic in your head, sometimes the best way is to go and check with your own eyes. See, concerning Russia, this is what one of the reasons. Of course, I always wanted to come here, but really never had the chance. It was always something, or not enough money, or something like that. And now I've finally had the chance, and I had the intention of coming with some of my close family. This was before the new reality, but now I had to come alone. Everyone was afraid, and because all the people were always telling me to be careful, I started to also be a little bit. Maybe I should worry a little bit, you know. I was not completely worry-proof on this, because a lot of people kept telling me to be careful and don't do this. This is not the time, and blah blah blah. Someone even said to me, "Hey, are you going to the war?" No, I'm going to Russia. It's a big country. Oh yeah, and that's so this. I forgot my microphone in the hotel. I should be doing these videos with a wireless mic, so the sound would be much better. But I forgot it, and I just was too lazy to go back and get it. So, as you see, life here is very normal. I do find people in a rush. Well, I guess that's the normal life of a big city. People always in the rush. Yeah. Have lots of shops and small shops and kebab places, and look at that. Let's go that way. A lot of people there. And yeah, I'm just walking. I don't even know where I'm going. Just walking randomly through the streets and enjoying my day here. I hope to meet someone later on. Some other English speaker. I haven't seen any English-speaking foreigners here yet. I've seen a lot of Chinese, a lot of people from ex-Soviet republics, but oh, it's green. Let's cross. Ah, now I recognize this place. I was walking this street last night, and yeah, and there, over there is this? I think, or maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm mistaking this for other Prada Street. But I could swear that, you know, this restaurant, which was a replacement for McDonald's, was somewhere here. Well, doesn't matter. So yeah, as you can see, crowded street. One of the myths that I heard a lot before coming was that you will find mostly women there because all the men are at the front. And I said, but who told you this? I mean, who people have these ideas, and it's not just the ideas, it's that they are wrong, they are misconceptions, but they are sure of them without any basis of whatsoever. So yeah, here it is, the famous replacement. Вкусно и точка. Tasty, period, is the name of it. It's yesterday I ate a burger here. You can accuse me of being biased, but it was really tasty. And it didn't resemble this crappy McDonald's taste that we are used to. I mean, take it as you will. This is my experience. Okay, let's see, where do we go now? Maybe I should go towards the river Moskva, which I think is to the right here. So, and the other thing is that I have to notice is I haven't seen one single homeless person on the streets. Yesterday I walked the Red Square several times, up and down, went all around the Kremlin, and you know, it's one of those most touristic places, and I haven't seen one. And when I was telling this to some friends back in Portugal, of course they immediately began ranting like, of course they clean them like stray dogs or something. Come on, it's a little bit too much. The problem is not just obtaining the information about the places or the facts. The problem is, once you have this idea in your head, this is what I see, this is the effect of propaganda. Once you have this idea in your head, you will make any narrative, any excuse that fits only this idea, in this frame. I think it's called stupidity. I'm not sure. What can we do? We live in this world. I saw some Russians. And also one other thing. When I was having conversations last night with these Russian youngsters, well, some of them were not so young, but some of them were actually my age. Already born, still born in the Soyuz. And we had political conversations, because this is one of the things that people were telling me: you can't speak there against the government, you can't, they don't want you to talk politics and blah blah blah. And this is not true. Met this guy at the pub. I like looked at him randomly just because he sat beside me. And then he started to talk to me in Russian, and I delivered my best Russian, saying that I couldn't speak Russian. And the guy answered me, "You speak perfectly Russian to say that you don't speak Russian." This is literally what he said to me in Russian. But then he started to trying his English, and the guy was my age. And the first topics, one of the first topics we talked for about, for about an hour or something, were politics and the current situation. He was not happy. He had a lot of criticisms to his own government, and we had the most. No one had to hide or talk in low volume or anything. He was just talking normally and making jokes and everything. So yeah, of course the same goes on here. You have an official, information-wise, you have official narratives as well, as we do in the West, but it's up to you to think and cross-reference your information. What I can say to you is what I'm seeing here on the streets, and I'm happy with what I see. There's a lot of construction work being done. Have I mentioned this? I think so. And yeah, let's just walk a little bit further. And okay, this is familiar. Over there we can see St. Basil's Cathedral already appearing. I've been there yesterday. I walked the street before. But now, instead of going towards St. Basil's Cathedral, I will go alongside the river. Have I mentioned the day, which is spectacular today? Very good weather. Хорошо погода. Погода хорошо. Good weather. And you have sirens and police cars going and ambulances. Same as any other city. Yeah. I'm gonna upload the videos soon. Haven't done any of that. It's the first time I see people crossing the streets without being a zebra crossing. It's the first time I see this. But I guess they forgot to put one here, and so people have to do this. Ah, there's one over there. Let's abide by the rules, because if you don't, you know what's gonna happen to you. Yeah, and people's behavior in the street here has been normal. One other impression, whenever I spoke of this with people back home, is that somehow these people here are all very savages and break everything and litter everything. But no, this is very civilized. Very civilized. We are approaching the river Moskva. I like this very distinct sign saying stop. Okay. Try to cross to the other side and then to the bank of the river, and we will follow it in this direction. So there is, in this direction is the Red Square, Krasny Ploshad. Okay, it's green. You see, it's very organized. Look at this beautiful boulevard. Okay, now we cross to the other side and walk side along the river Moskva. I was really lucky with the weather. It feels like almost on purpose. So, this is the river Moskva, and the sights are beautiful. You have some Russian ducks there. And I let you decide by yourself if what you see is an ugly sight, or if I mean, look, another building being refurbished. There's a lot of that here in the center now. A lot of work going on. What else can I say? I'll let you know if I have negative experience. Okay? I promise. I'm not here to make propaganda. I'm here to see with my own eyes the reality of the streets of Moscow. Of course, I will go to other places. But I have the feeling this won't be the last time I come here. I advise you, if you have curiosity and a little bit of money. I mean, if you live in Europe, it's not difficult. You pay about, from Portugal with the Turkish Airlines, you can find two-way flights from the price of economy class, which is pretty good in Turkish Airlines, from 600 euros, two-way flight. And then when you come here, I mean, Moscow is it's most expensive of all places here, but it's still very affordable. You can eat cheaply, you can sleep. Overall, you can sleep cheaply here. And so it's very easy to find accommodation. You can use this website called ostrovok.ru, it's a kind of booking application. Or if that doesn't work for some reason, you can use Zen Hotels, which is very similar, and you just go there and browse your hotel and book it. There are a lot of options now because of people not being able to pay with the cards in advance when you book. You have a lot of hotels that have the option of paying on the spot and accepting cash. I've done this for my first hotel and no problem. I arrived, my reservation was here. You can call them in advance to check if everything is alright with the reservation. Shall we cross this bridge? Yeah, we shall. Some lady feeding the pigeons and the ducks. Utki, duck. In pigeon, I don't know, but I know that bird is ptica. Ptici I utki. birds and ducks. Yeah, this is a very nice bridge. Let's enjoy the view from here. The River Moskva. You have the Makarov Hostel. I seen this one when I was browsing places. You can sleep as cheap as 5-6 euros per night here. Of course, you cannot expect much from that, but you won't be cold outside. You won't be exposed to the weather. It's a good option if you're on a budget. I am on a budget, but not that tight. I stayed in a simple hotel. I recorded also a video showing the hotel, and but it's very cozy, comfortable, clean. All I need. I don't need to go to the plaza or these big, expensive hotels in the center. I guess that's, if you book a hotel expensive like that, either you want to spend a lot of time inside, or I don't know. I don't want to spend time inside the hotel here. I want to walk the streets, see the views, talk to the people if possible, and yeah, enjoy the best I can this beautiful city. I haven't been to that side yet, where the skyscrapers are. It's all new buildings. It's a sign of times, and it's also a sign that the economy is working here. The guys I've talked with yesterday, they were not complaining about any economic problems. They were workers. They were like tourist workers. One worked at the bank. The other was, if I recall well, was an electrician. Normal jobs, and they had to go work today. So aside from the word normal, I don't know which adjective I should use more. If you come here, expect normality. I guess that's what I have to say. There's another hotel here. In Moscow, there are no lack of choices for accommodation. You have plenty to choose, like I said, from 5 to 5,000 and all in the between. I'll be staying here 2 more days, and then I will head to other city. I want to see some World War II monuments. Yesterday I was at the tomb of the unknown soldier with the eternal flame there. Maybe later on I will return there and try to see the change of the guard. Yesterday I missed it for very little. I was there, but then while I was waiting, I searched for a seat in a bench in the park just beside it. And when I realized it had happened already. The guard was returning, and so I missed it, and I have to go back there. I hope the sound of these videos are okay, because I was smart enough to acquire a microphone to do this, and stupid enough to leave it at the hotel. So yeah. While I'm walking in the streets and talking to my phone, I noticed that because people hear me speaking English, a lot of them notice me, and I have a lot of people looking at me. And I also had these situations where people start to walk beside me. I don't know, they try to hear what I'm saying, just curious, but not in, they do that, but it's not like unpleasant or harassing or anything like that. They're just curious. And when I say, people ask me where I come from, what do I do here, and I respond, "Ja, es Portugal, ja, tourist." They're like very surprised to see a Portuguese tourist walking around the streets of Moscow. I don't think there are many. I believe so. Okay, now we reach another cross. Maybe we will turn left and see what's there. Don't know what this building is. Looks pretty Soviet. Look at that one over there. Yeah, we have to go there. Here we go. Check that out to see what seems an important enough building to be worthy of checking out. As you have realized by this moment, I don't have too much to say now, other than walking and enjoying the view and the temperature. I had to loose the zipper on the jacket, and I'm sweating inside. Okay, so a bridge to cross. I let the sign close. Many of the traffic signs here have this countdown, so you know exactly when it's gonna turn green. See people crossing in the red, not very common as well. But I think because there's not a lot of movement here, the main crossings, you don't see people doing this. It's a kind of mix, and if people see that it's okay to cross, they do it. No big deal. You see a lot of art on the buildings. You see the spaces are well taken care of. I don't see trash on the streets as well. Litter. I don't see people littering. A lot of electric bikes around. A lot of electric vehicles for deliveries. and city workers doing their work. Aye, aye, aye. These Russians and their normality. How come there are no drunken people with bears on the street? Maybe I'll find this somewhere. The transportation network here is amazing, especially the subway. It's a huge network. You have a lot of beautiful stations, some of them from Soviet era, and it's really worth, if you come here, it's really worth to go and travel by the subway. I chose that way to come from the airport to here, and yeah, and it's very cheap as well. For a ticket which costs 65 rubles, you can go anywhere. Okay, let's cross another bridge. That guy didn't have any brakes. He was using his boots. Moscow City. Красивый город. Beautiful city. I wonder how I get to that site. Have to figure it out.